What if one narrow strip of water could crash the global economy overnight? Every day, billions of dollars worth of oil passes through a thin maritime corridor known as the Strait of Hormuz. It is one of the most dangerous choke points on Earth, and one of the most heavily guarded. When Donald Trump promised to secure this vital waterway, the world paid attention. But here's the real question. Can even the United States truly guarantee Hormuz security? Tonight, we break down the strategy, at the risks, and the reality. The Strait of Hormuz is not just another waterway. At its narrowest point, it is only about 21 miles wide, yet roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply flows through it every single day. On one side sits Iran, on the other, Oman and the United Arab Emirates. This tiny corridor is the lifeline of global energy markets. If Hormuz is disrupted, oil prices can spike within hours, shipping insurance skyrockets, global markets panic, and history shows the threat is very real. A narrow waterway, carrying a massive share of the world's oil. If it closes, even briefly, the shock could ripple across the entire global economy. And right now, the Strait of Hormuz is back in the spotlight. So how exactly did Trump intend to protect the strait? The plan rested on 4 major pillars. Pillar 1. Overwhelming naval power. The United States already maintains a powerful military presence in the region. At the center of it is the United States Fifth Fleet, headquartered in Bahrain and part of the United States Navy. Trump's thinking was simple. Visible military dominance deters aggression. The U.S. and Navy can escort commercial tankers, clear naval mines, track Iranian vessels, respond within minutes to threats. In pure firepower terms, America holds the advantage. But raw power alone doesn't solve everything. Pillar 2. The Maritime Coalition. In 2019, the U.S. launched the International Maritime Security Construct. The idea was strategic burden sharing. Trump repeatedly argued, why should America alone protect oil that the entire world depends on? At the coalition's mission, coordinate naval patrols, share intelligence, escort vulnerable shipping, increase surveillance across the Gulf. Several allied nations joined, though participation levels varied. Pillar 3. Maximum pressure on Iran. Trump also believed Hormuz security required economic warfare. After withdrawing from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, his administration imposed sweeping sanctions on Iran. And the goals were clear. Slash Iran's oil revenue, strain its economy, force behavioral change. In theory, a financially weakened Iran would be less willing to risk major confrontation. Critics, however, argued the opposite could happen, that pressure might provoke more aggressive tactics. Pillar 4. Unpredictable deterrence. Perhaps the most controversial element was Trump's personal deterrence style. He repeatedly warned that any attempt to close Hormuz would be met with overwhelming force. But at times, U.S. military strikes were reportedly prepared, and then suddenly called off. This unpredictability was deliberate. The strategy? Keep adversaries guessing and cautious. Here's the truth most headlines miss. Even with America's massive military edge, the Strait of Hormuz cannot be made perfectly safe. Why? Because Iran does not need to fully close the strait to cause chaos. Military analysts warn Iran could still lay naval mines, use fast attack boats, launch drones, conduct hit-and-run harassment. These tactics are relatively low cost, but highly disruptive. And in global oil markets, even small disruptions can trigger major price spikes. Most experts agree on one key point. Iran probably cannot shut Hormuz long-term. So, did Trump have a viable plan? In many ways, yes. His strategy relied on military dominance, allied cooperation, economic pressure, credible deterrence. Together, these measures significantly reduce the chances of a full blockade, but they cannot eliminate risk entirely. The Strait of Hormuz remains what it has always been, one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints. And as long as tensions between Washington and Tehran continue, the world's energy lifeline will remain on edge. If global oil stopped flowing tomorrow, how would it affect your country? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And for more deep dive geopolitical documentaries, subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next global flashpoint may already be unfolding.